Garrett, the Executive Director of the Center for Innovative Leadership at Furman University, and we do leadership development, innovation, education, and digital skills and transformation for companies. So our mission is to cultivate human-centered problem solvers that build a better world with a real focus on the human-centered piece. We do that through the lens of innovation and leadership, because using both of those, we feel that you can solve most business and social problems. And the human-centered piece for us is really important because it's about people. It's about an organization is really just an assemblage of people. How do we lead them? How do we work with them? So I had a varied decade in my 20s. I've been a farmer, a blacksmith, a wildland firefighter, an educator, lived in Thailand for a year and a half, and then moved into higher ed, really just to get a free degree from the institution that I was working at. And then I really enjoyed being back in that higher ed environment, working in the professional education space at University of Richmond, and then Furman approached me and asked me if I'd be willing to come start something new for them down here in Greenville, and it was hard to say no to that. So what we do is we have open enrollment classes that we offer to individuals or companies around leadership, design thinking. We also do custom builds, so we'll work with companies to build to spec what they need in terms of leadership development, in terms of innovation culture building, or for AI and digital transformation work. And then we also offer coaching. So if you're interested in executive coaching or innovation coaching, we do that as well. In addition, we're always putting out thought leadership, putting out articles, research, trying to keep both our classes fresh and our clients and just community informed about the latest things happening in the upstate. And our focus, really importantly, is not just leadership development in general. We're really centric, like regionally centric to the state. We want to work in South Carolina. We want to work in the Charlotte, Atlanta metro region, be building solutions that are really relevant for that community, that economy. We launched this fall what we're calling professional certificates. And what they are is single course tracks from our graduate programs. We have turned them into certificate programs where an individual can enroll in them, get a certificate from the Center for Innovative Leadership, and one of them is brand strategy and storytelling. There's a couple other ones around nonprofit management, grant writing, leading and change and transition. What that does, though, is it stacks into a master's degree. So you can just take the single course if that's what you want to do, if you're just interested in the skills and the topic. But it also counts for 3 credits towards a graduate program, whether you want to pursue a certificate or if you want to go all the way to a master's degree. So the idea is to just give people ways to take learning in bite-sized chunks that still returns value. Yeah, so one of the things we make sure we do at the center is we're client-centric. We are regional-centric. We want to build to spec for companies that come to us. We also want to make sure what we're putting out there is something that is in the interest of the economic development plans of the community and is addressing an actual gap in either skills development and soft skills development and innovation, doing the research on that and making sure we're delivering things that are needed in the community rather than things that we just think are interesting as an institution. So we have our Furman Innovation Lab, which is on Poinsett Highway. It's co-located or really inside of the Flywheel co-working space, which is part of the Crescent Innovation District. And so there's one building there now. The plan is to have 3. It's kind of a live, work, play environment for entrepreneurs. And so we have a suite there, we have a classroom there, we have some offices, and then we also use that as an event space for a lot of our programming. And then we have a really great partnership with Peter Marsh and Flywheel for co-promoting things, for supporting the entrepreneurial ecosystem. We are there, but so is the Hill Institute for Entrepreneurship and Innovation, which really is focused on the startup space. And so the idea around the Innovation Lab physical space is how do we commingle the entrepreneurial creative energy with the corporate efficiency, planning, strategic, operational side of things. How do we cross-pollinate those audiences as much as we can so we're getting the best of both worlds? Our customers are small, medium, and enterprise size businesses or nonprofits. We do a lot of work with the nonprofit community. We also offer nonprofit discounts to make sure that they're able to come to our programs. But in terms of our main clients, we work with Bosch, Plant & Anderson. We work with Michelin in a variety of ways. We've worked with BMW. We work with Milliken in a lot of ways. They're a big partner of ours. So we started initially in the 2 years on that kind of blue chip organizations around Greenville to really validate what we were doing, to get their input, because they're really good at this as well. They have their own internal universities, their own internal leadership development plans. But how do we take that now to the rest of the community and service the small and medium business sized businesses that make up most of our economy?